Hey, what's going on, everybody? And happy Friday. This is Nate, and we're back with another Ask Me Anything About My Travel series. And regrettably, it's been quite a long time since I got on here, and I'm sorry about that. But I will make it up to you because I'm working on a pretty cool project that I think all of you guys will like. And I'll give you some more details about that later. But I'm starting to grow the suspense a little bit. A couple people know about it, but I think all of you guys will enjoy it. Comes right from my travels. And speaking of right from my travels, I have another video for you guys that will be, a nice warm up for the weekend and a nice warm up for me because I love bringing up these memories. So a lot of people have been talking to me, liking the videos so far, but wanted me to include some just pure stories about my trip. So I thought I would just give a couple stories just about what happened, not only what happened, but some of the just wonderful memories that I had. And just, it's starting to get colder a little bit. Me and Jackie, we skipped the last 2 winters, so you need a little warm up, a little heartwarming story to not only get you through November, but all the way till March or April, whenever it finally warms up again. So before we do any of that as well, I have another thing that I would like to show you guys. I did a little bit in one of the last videos, but here is my Georgian wine horn that I got in the country of Georgia, not the state of Georgia. But as you can see, it's one of the, what you see back in sort of medieval times, people carrying around big horns of mead, wine, or whatever. And what I didn't know about Georgia, which is a lovely little country, was one of the countries that really surprised me about what we could do there, about the things that we learned about that place, is that they're one of the oldest, if not the oldest, winemakers in the world, dating back over 5,000 years of wine history, which I thought was incredible because you hear about Europe, you hear about even Australia, New Zealand, a lot of different other wine cultures. But Georgia, this little country just south of Russia on the east side of the Black Sea, might be the oldest winemakers in the world. And not only that, they give you free tastings at all of the wine places, all the wine shops. So you can just roll in, go around the city, hang out all of these places, and they'll give you free wine. It's a wonderful, wonderful place. So that, with that being said, let's get into the story of today. And this one is really fun for me to look back on because of how random it was and how it took a long time to truly come full circle. But once it did, I don't know, it makes me sort of tear up just thinking about it. But we'll start all the way back from the beginning. In the first time that me and Jackie were escaping winter, which we had just gotten Germany. This was back in 2017. Is it 2000? Yep, back in 2017. November was starting to hit. We realized that Germany was going to be just as cold, if not colder, than our wonderful home in Ohio. So we decided to get the heck out of Germany and go to Southeast Asia. And you heard about my Laos stories. But once we got to Luang Prabang, which is the more touristy destination in Laos, it was actually a really wonderful time. And there was a place called Oasis where it was really just a traveler hub where you could come in, you could get some really well prepared food. There was a big fire pit. A lot of other travelers from all over the world were joining there, and there was probably a group of around 20 people. And in Laos and Luang Prabang, there is a whole lot of nature. We're talking about it's a little bit farther north, so maybe it wasn't as warm as, say, a Thailand or a southern Vietnam. But there's still a lot of green. There's still a lot of forest, and it is a developing country, so not a lot of skyscrapers or anything like that. So it's pretty dark, which is wonderful. Nice fire brewing. There's a bunch of travelers just sharing stories. And me and Jackie were talking to, I think it was a German couple, a European couple, when a guy popped down next to me and started chatting me up. And he was from Israel. I was like, oh man, Israel. Yeah, I would really love to go there one time. And once again, this is really early on in the trip. Probably, yeah, we had been on the road for about 4 months or something like that. And he's like, oh yeah, well, if you come, you definitely need to come. His name was Shaul. We exchanged Facebook contacts. He was just there passing by, passing through, and that night left. And of course, we exchanged contacts, but I hadn't talked to him for a while after that, maybe asked him how his trip went. We really got along around the fire. And then year later, we're talking about May of 2018, no, 2019, May of 2019, I finally texted him and said, "Hey, I'm coming to Israel. Would you mind if we meet up? We can say hi, we can do anything. It doesn't really matter." But I wasn't really looking for anything that special. I haven't only met this guy once at a fire in the middle of Laos on the other side of the world. Now I'm going to Israel. And he immediately came back and said, "No, like, you stay with us. You can see our town. We'll take you around. We'll do all these things." And I was pretty blown away because remember, I'm a stranger. I mean, I'm a smiley stranger, but he doesn't know me. He opened his doors to me. And not only that, when I finally got there, the just oh, okay. I'll start from the top. I was staying in Nazareth, which is still weird to say. So I was staying in Nazareth, and he came to pick me up, and immediately we started talking like old times. But I didn't really realize what we were going to do. But he had an entire day planned for me. And once again, he met me just one time in a far off country, but he had the whole day planned for me. We actually toured the Sea of Galilee. Ooh, it's hard to say. Sea of Galilee. Went and saw the Syrian border, which was really interesting. He talked a lot about the history of the place, both religiously and just historically, between the Arab and the Israeli conflict, all of that stuff. We had some great conversations, talking about the different wars that happened there and where his family came in. So it was a really wonderful time, but it really escalated to when we finally got back to his house, and he lived in this really, really nice place. His family was all right there, and he had his four boys, his four little boys. Three of them could not speak English at all, like not at all. I don't blame them. They're super young, and they don't really speak English. I know you learn English there, but when you're young, you speak Hebrew, of course. And my Hebrew is non-existent. We'll just say that. Just very, very basic stuff. But this family, they treated me like a fifth son, basically. They fed me. I went to their son's birthday party. They took me to the pool. Me and Shaul rode a quad around all day because they had a big farm, big open landscape. So I was, riding a quad around in the middle of Israel, just south of Nazareth. The dinners were unbelievable, and even the boys really made me feel welcome. They were trying to speak the few words, laughing. We were jumping on trampoline. We were playing board games, playing video games. And I remember his one son would sing a song, his yes or no song that he learned in elementary school, because they do start speaking English quite early, or try to. And the Hebrew words for yes and no are ken and lo. So you would just be sitting there going, yes, 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 can, lo, 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 no, no, no. It was so cute. And that was just our little thing that we had together. So we couldn't talk to each other because he didn't know English, I didn't know Hebrew. But we would sing this little song together, jumping on a trampoline in the middle of Israel. And it's when I look back at my trip, sure, the sights were wonderful, seeing, especially even in Israel, being in Jerusalem and seeing all these enormously historical places. But I really remember those the most, those times with families that I only had a couple days with, but really opened their arms in a way that I can't even quite put into words. I'm singing songs with their kids that don't speak English, and hanging out with them at the pool and riding quads and just having a wonderful time with other people in a completely different place. So that one still sort of gets me, because here I was, some random person that he met on vacation, and they're like, "Yeah, sure, stay here. It'll be fine." So I guess moral of the story too is that I know we can get stuck in routines, and I talked a little bit about this in the last video about sometimes we can get stuck in our own little world or little bubble. And one of the things that I saw, especially from my host and talking to my host and letting people in, can really change your dynamic and really break you out of maybe a bad spot in your life, getting those influxes of inputs without even having to leave your home because they're coming to you. And even if you don't have a lot to give, remember, you still got a couch, you still got some food, you still got some space. And I can guarantee that there's a very, very wary traveler out there that has way less than you, that would love your couch, that would love the heat coming out of your furnace, and would love any food scraps that you can give to them. So open your heart, open your arms, open to some wary travelers. And I'm sure that, you might get the life-changing experiences that I had, and you don't even have to leave home. So that's it for me today. I hope that you enjoyed that story. If you'd like to listen to more of those or enjoy some other stories, maybe not so much heartwarming, but all kinds of stories, don't be stories about specific places, let me know. I have tons of them, and I'll try to keep them pumped out for you. And keep your eyes out for a new project that I'm going to release hopefully pretty soon. And yeah, enjoy your Friday, guys. Enjoy the wonderful weather of Ohio. I know it's fall. It's my favorite time of year before the winter comes and we're all stuck indoors forever, or until next April anyway. So enjoy, guys. It's been fun talking to you once again, and I will talk to you all soon. See you later.